Recovering Queen, the Queen fan podcast where we talk about and play the songs we love. With Jay, Matt, and Ian.
Welcome to Recovering Queen, the Queen podcast where we take a famous or not so famous Queen song, do a cover version of the Queen song, and talk about what we've learned about the methods and the madness of the greatest band there's ever been in the world of all time, ever, Queen. My name's Ian, and with me, as ever, are Jay and Matt.
Good evening,
gentlemen.
Good evening, seen you guys for a week.
Ian. Yeah.
Absolutely. What have you been up to? Mainly covering Queen songs. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So last week I said that I was making no apology for doing a track off Hot Space, but I kind of feel that maybe an apology is in order this week
Because we're doing a song off Hot Space again.
Yeah,
we are doing yet another song of our assault on trying to complete Hot Space as quickly as possible. It turns out that we're doing another track off of Hot Space.
Got not many left to do, is there? Some tricky ones.
Well, there's not.
But hey,
so listeners, which one do you think it's going to be?
that's right.
That's correct. It is Calling All Girls. Well done.
I suppose there's less to guess from now. We've done this. Is this the seventh one?
Yeah, it's a lot, isn't it? We've done a lot. We've done
Wow.
a lot.
But it's a good track. Love this track actually.
Do
Being
you?
quite honest. Oh,
I think we're going to have a flipperoo here from last week's scenario.
It's a flipperoo type situation.
Yeah, it really is.
FTS.
Well, let's start with the positives, Jay. What do you love about this track?
Well, do you know what? I think I just love melodies. At the end of the day, I think if it's got a good melody, I think that's almost enough for me. I mean, sure, I like a good beat, and We Will Rock You.
And do you
so
think
on.
this has
But
a good melody?
I think it's got a great. Yeah, I love this melody. Yeah, na, na, na. Yeah, that's a little bit of it there.
Yeah,
it's
na, na, na.
I can't explain it. Can anyone explain it?
No, I can't explain
can
why
anyone
you
explain
think
why
it's a
you-
good melody. No,
No, but can anyone explain why?
it hardly feels transcendent.
Oh no! Oh yeah,
It's not like You Take My Breath Away melody.
No,
or...
no, it isn't. It isn't. And I'm not saying that, but I like it. I like the fact that it's Roger coming, and again, Roger's. Well, I do like a few Roger tracks, but I generally, gravitate towards the Freddie and the John tracks. But this is Roger coming on board with these. It was a single. Yeah, of course it was a single. It was a really
Weirdly,
great video.
it is a single. Yeah,
It was a
single,
great video as well, which we can talk about anon. But yeah, it's quite simple. And I always love songs that are, and this is where I'm going to disagree with you. I think it is slightly transcendental in that the lyrical content is love does transcend everything. And even though it's a very simple song, I like, I'm probably a little bit naive, but I like songs where the message is love and and that actually conquers all. And it's, it's a very universal idea. But for me, yeah, it's simple, but it works. So, yeah, good on you, Roger.
Yeah, I think the lyrics only work in context with the video kind of make it better, doesn't it? Because it's sort of, it feels like it is set in a dystopian future where you're, spreading this message of love, which is weirdly a bit like the We Will Rock You musical, I was thinking today. It's got that kind of cheesy, let's spread the word in this dystopian future where where rock music is banned.
Yeah, where you have to sail across the seven seas of Rye to get there, don't you?
Yeah, that's right. To Bohemia. And you've got to play the game. And lots of people will bite the dust on the way. No!
All right, enough. Enough. I'm not sure. I'm not sure we're allowed to talk about the musical on this podcast.
Well, we have to mini episode it one day.
Yeah. So I think Matt makes a great point, actually, that the video, I'm assuming, came later, and of course is based on the George Lucas film THX 13. What is it? 1138. Yeah.
Has anyone seen that?
Yeah.
I've seen bits of it, and I certainly know what it is. And that is my cup of tea. I quite like like Logan's Run and Rollerball and these sort of 70s dystopian type vibes.
I think you've seen it, Ian, because I think we saw it together at the Salford University Culture Club.
Really? God, I don't remember seeing it. Yeah, I don't remember. Because I watched, as ever, treated myself to a bit of the commentary of Brian and Roger talking about it, the gift that keeps giving. And they gave it, particularly Roger, who's particularly disdainful of
you
the
can
video.
tell they hate, you can tell by watching the video that those two were not committed to the video.
No, absolutely.
And it starts so badly with Freddie tries well with that initial chord, and then Roger and Brian sort of pull really funny faces. Like
Brian just looks well miserable.
Yeah, it does a sort of almost like an Austin Powers look to side thing. It's so ridiculous. Yeah, they're not committed to the video in whatsoever.
Well, they're not really in it much, are they? So we don't need them to be that committed to it. So I think Freddie puts in a great performance in the video,
and he looks great, doesn't he, Freddie?
He
does.
He looks fantastic, and I love his posturing in it. It's bombastic posturing in this sort of this dystopian world full of metal robots that are, trying to suppress love and sex in you. And then what is it? Freddie finds an illegal mate, doesn't he? So he's then in big trouble.
And he's telling her to spread the message. It's really.
I wondered what you were going to say.
Yeah. And so he's sat. She's very good looking, isn't she? The woman that plays opposite me in the video. I was quite struck by that.
Yeah, very, beautiful. And do you know what? I think there's something really funny about these videos.
Whether they try and act.
They try and act. I find it like
cringy.
I find it charming. It is cringy, but it's like
charming in a Dad's Army kind of way.
In a way, it's a bit like Judas Priest when you've got Rob Halford and KK Downing and Glenn Tipton in the back of a car and they're about to rob a bank. Yeah. And you're going, oh my God, they think they're in Reservoir Dogs or something, or Once Upon a Time in America. And it's absolutely brilliant. There's a real charm to it that no one would let you do that anymore, would they?
No. It's hyper choreographized videos.
You get to see a little bit of personality, I think, in moments like that. So I'm a big fan of this video.
I can't imagine it was. Imagine it was ever widely screened or seen at the time.
Well, it was a flop, wasn't it? Massive flop. Wasn't released in England, by the way, so we never had it as a single.
I'm
the UK.
so surprised they would even consider this song
as a single. Yeah,
it's just for me. It's a really one of Roger's weakest writing.
Well, you say that, and it's the first Roger Taylor penned song to be released as a single.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's why.
What a kicker that is.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's why. I mean, Action This Day is a better song than this. Why wouldn't they release that?
Yeah, he's done better songs for sure before this one, and we all know what they are.
Have you heard the live? But have you heard the live version? So it's never performed in Europe, is it? But they did. Yeah. It's on the Live at the Bowl DVD, isn't it? The Japanese Calling All Girls.
Yes.
Yeah, US and Japan, versions. Yeah, it's very similar to the studio version. I think they do a good version of it. Some of Brian's guitar work's fantastic on it, and the solo towards the end.
Yeah, but it's John Deacon's bass. He's got a completely different bass line that's really cool as well. I think it's it adds a whole new dimension to it.
How does that go?
I can't hum it. But it's completely different. He's playing something completely different to the album version. But it's really, I think it's really nice. And weirdly, there's a bit where it gets in the middle in the live version where it actually sounds a little bit like Rush, that kind of Rush Signals era Rush.
Oh, cool.
But I think it's because the overall thing sounds a bit like the Police, doesn't it? That kind of new wave sound that the Police had, but which Rush emulated. But then, somehow a rock band doing the Police thing sounds a little bit like Rush. I think that's why it is. But it's really good. I love the live version.
I found it comparable to the track itself. To me, there's just not enough quality in the actual song itself for them to transform it to be anything other than the kind of same song. Obviously, they play it well. Freddie's vocals are obviously great when they do it live. But with that, with that as the base material, it's difficult to do anything with it. And I'm not surprised. Well, I am surprised it was a single. I'm not surprised it was a flop. And I'm kind of not surprised that it was, I say promptly dropped from the set. They played it like 39 or 40 times in total. So it was they'd obviously committed to it, and it was a regular.
Well, I think it's probably nice to play, isn't it? And but I totally agree. This is why I really agree with Ian and totally disagree with Jay. I think it's a terrible, the bass melody and the bass song is pretty awful. The production, though, I think is really good. The
production's great, isn't it?
On the album.
Yeah.
But it's not Hot Space, is it? It's it is Roger totally going, I'm going to ignore the brief for this album. And I'm listening to the Police at the moment, so I'm just going to do that kind of thing. And there's some great bits in, like the needle scratching across the record as the kind of like extra. But it's things like that when I listen to a song and it really relies on a piece of production, like that, and it relies on that. You think, yeah, they've had to stick that in because as a song, it doesn't quite hold up on its own.
No, there's just
would never sit.
Not there.
You think it'd be a bit of a plodder without that?
Oh, can you imagine sitting around a campfire going, I've got this song, and getting your guitar out and going, I've got this message, and you play.
Go on, carry on, do a bit more. I like it.
Maybe you should have covered it, man.
Yeah, and I think it doesn't. I don't think it holds up as a song. You wouldn't be able to play it on a guitar and captivate an audience without the extra little bits of production that make it bearable.
Well, I found that doing the cover of it, and with apologies to Roger, it's probably not my finest hour, because there's always weird gaps in it. You've got the verse, which is quite okay, and that's quite fun to play. And I was trying to do almost a campfire kind of strummy version of it. Ended up sounding like those Latin bands that disturb you when you're having a restaurant meal. Something they do those big harmony vocals. Ended up sounding a little bit like that. But you've got that weird thing where it's those stab chords after the main verse that then goes into the chorus. It's very difficult to know what to do there. What's that bit about? I mean, on the record, that's one of the bits that I think the production's great. The guitars sound absolutely fantastic on that. The acoustic guitar is so brilliantly played and recorded.
Well, it's Roger, isn't it, as well? Roger does all the guitars on it. Like, that's been confirmed by Brian.
But as a songwriting bit, it's curious. And the chorus, it's fine, but it doesn't really go anywhere. And it's the same thing. He hasn't really put a little extra chord at the end or something to take it out of it a bit more elegantly, and then straight back into it.
No, far too harsh. You've both been far too harsh. This for me is like the start of the great Roger trilogy. The Radio Gaga, the kind of magic. They're not. Well, kind of magic isn't. It's got a great bass line. It's not. You wouldn't say it's got an amazing melody line, but it's still it just, for me, it works. This is part of Roger coming into writing big pop tunes for me.
Oh, but Radio Gaga is on a completely different level to this.
I would say both of those are on a completely different level.
Yeah,
in terms of songwriting skill.
No, absolutely, I agree with that. But this is what I'm saying. This for me is the first time that he's going, okay, maybe I can write a big song rather than I can write Fight from the Inside, which is what he does best. He's thinking, how can I translate this onto a bigger scale? So for me, this is his first opening salvo into that world, if you like. And I think he does a fine job.
Yeah, that's a good point. I like
that is a very good point. But you don't, there's no pop stars called Lady Calling All Girls, is there?
What's that? I don't even know what that means.
Well, there is one called Lady Gaga, for example.
Oh, right.
That's how good that song is.
Right, okay. I thought you meant something completely different, and I didn't really want to open it up for discussion because I didn't know what you meant.
Okay, that's fair enough, but you did, and then we got to the bottom of it. Which is good. I've got a question for the audience that maybe people can answer it on the Twitter, and that is, this song is a Roger Taylor track where he doesn't sing at all. No backing vocals, no lead vocals. Is there another example of this?
Ooh, that's a very good question. Do write in, listeners, on the Twitter @RecoveringQ. Or we've got an email address. We have info@recoveringqueen.co.uk. Do get in touch.
I check it about once a month, so don't get too scared.
Oh, right. Like we said, we had the call out for people to contribute to their own covers of Queen, or maybe do a guitar solo for us, or a bit of singing or something. The call out went quite well. We've had a few responses back of people that have volunteered to appear on the podcast in subsequent shows. So again, if you fancy contributing at any level, really, then do get in touch with us. Obviously, don't suggest a song we've already done, because there's plenty left in the catalogue, and we can't yet go back and rehash the stuff we already have done.
And anyone, quite literally anyone, can get involved, can't they? Because if you're a singer, you don't have to write the song. Not write the song, but actually play the song. You can say, "I just want to sing," and then maybe we can do the backing. You know, if you're a drummer and you just want to put the drums down, then that'll get us off. That would be good, wouldn't it?
Just sending us the drum track and then we have to do the rest. That'd be cool.
Yeah, so it could be anything, just drop us a line and we'll work out how best that we can incorporate your talents into the wonderful world of Recovering Queen.
So, I think one last thing to do, gentlemen, and that is the scores on the doors for the proto-pop song of Roger Taylor, Calling All Girls. Well, Jay, what are you going to give it?
Well, sorry, Ian, but did we discuss your not crazy time signature, but the time signature that you did on the song? Because you did quite a different version, didn't you? That's probably worth talking about.
All right, yeah. Well, I just stuck it in 3/4 just to see what would happen. As I said, I was trying to, do a kind of campfire, slightly, strummy acoustic version of it just to see what happened. It turned out to sound a little bit different than I was expecting, but it is what it is. I don't think the source material is that great, so I don't think it was ever going to be transformative. But so change the type signature, put a little acoustic classical kind of guitar line over the top, and harmonised the chorus like crazy.
Yeah, because it does sound very different, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. And I played it all as well. So other discussions we were having in previous podcasts, we were talking about not playing to the grid. So as an experiment, I just recorded this straight in, no click track, no nothing. Everything is played. So there's a couple of times where it slightly skews out of time, not severely, but I thought I'm just going to leave it like that, just to kind of illustrate the point for those people that are interested in such things, that's what it sounds like if you play everything and don't have it on the grid. So it's as close as I could get it to a played thing.
Nice.
Yeah. So I was just thinking a little bit about what Matt was saying earlier on about the simplicity of the track. And yeah, it made me think of some of the Beatles tracks as we were going along, and actually how simple some of those melodies are. And for me, it doesn't necessarily need to be very complex. It just needs to lock into something. Maybe it's the bass or something that you feel, in your bones somewhere that really is agreeable to you. So, yeah, with all that being considered, I'd probably put it at a 6.
6, okay.
6. Yeah. I thought you were going to go higher, but yeah. I think this is almost the definition of an absolute also-ran track on an album. Every album except your Thrillers and stuff like that have got them. This is maximum 3 for me.
3?
Ooh, okay.
Outrageous.
The same. Just saying.
And for me, it's a particularly uninspired Roger song. Even if it is, I like your
I do like
the
that,
beginning
Jay.
of Roger's starting to come through, as they really did in latter Queen, obviously. But for me, this just doesn't hit the mark. He's written better stuff on the same album. So this for me is a 4.
Lucky number 13.
Oof. Not a great score. So here is Ian's version of Calling All Girls.
Girls.
Calling all boys, calling all girls, calling all people on the streets around the world. Take this message message of love, far and near. Take a message of love for all to hear, for all to hear. Some sleepless nights lie in wait for you. Some foreign presence you feel comes creeping through. Some stream of hope, the whole world through. Spread like some silent disease, you'll get yours too. This message is, this message is, this message is. Love, take a message of love, far and near. Take a message of love.